Oh, you're terrible.
Yeah, that's a great lead-in right there. That is a great lead-in. I like that.
Always better.
Are we actually recording this?
Downward seems all weather.
I don't fucking know.
Just water faces.
I'm drawing a butt.
Medicine,
But-
makeup running everywhere.
Just live with your sushi.
Bastard. I am not.
Welcome everybody.
Yeah, we
to-
ordered, yeah, but he already brought it delivered to the other place.
No, hold on. Apparently, Cornshaq likes to talk over.
Snark.
See, she also has.
Finally, the roles are reversed. Cornshaq introduces and I talk over him. I try to introduce, Cornshaq talks over me.
She has no.
I didn't know we were starting.
Yeah, that's why that's recording up there.
You've been
Yeah.
testing for a while, so I didn't think you were ready.
We just start. We just go with it. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
it's a casual conversation. I don't really care.
No, we don't have
And
any
welcome to Shooting the Spit with Bob and Nick. Sans Nick, because he's not here yet.
and plus 600 other people.
And
There's only 4 other people that are here. No, 3 other people that are here that normally aren't here for the podcast.
There could be 100 people in this room right
There could be.
now.
There's.
And it
There should
wouldn't
be a lot
matter.
of-
Well, you just spoiled it now because you said they weren't in the room.
Anyway, going around the table, we have Zanic Night.
Hello.
We have, of course, Cornshaq.
Yeah.
And we have, I don't even know what you want to introduce yourself as.
Panzer Hastega.
There you go, that thing.
am I not a part of this?
Pizza Dragon.
There's no microphone in front of your mouth.
You
Unless
can
you reach
talk.
over
You're
and
gonna,
talk
you're gonna get on my mic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reach
I'm
over
like-
and talk over to his mic.
There, because I don't know if you're
Yeah,
gonna hear me
Arkham is
now.
here as well, as always, but
I'm-
you'll be hearing her in and out whenever she curses at me for saying something.
So,
Yeah, all the things.
every
Yeah, can I sit here and this actually will pick up, hopefully?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
You're fine.
I just want to make sure that you can actually hear me, because I don't feel like moving that
I
close
boosted
to
your
the
audio enough that we actually can get you.
mic. Whoa.
way to be lazy.
Way to be lazy.
Till it's my goat.
Okay, so anybody have any exciting news for today?
No, because I asked you before this if we had topics, and you're like, I didn't want to do any for this.
Well, no, we have. What do you think about Ray Rice and his comments?
The press conference was retarded.
It wasn't a press conference, it was a press statement.
And why
I don't know crap what it is. It was press.
Baltimore Ravens guy. The guy apparently beat his wife in the
I have a
elevator.
very important question to ask about that.
What?
Why the fuck do we care?
We don't. I just figured
All
he
right,
wanted
so-
topics to talk about, and that was one of the topics I thought.
My
That's
only
not a
problem
topic, that's like-
is- Never mind.
All right, fine. Next thing, David S. Goyer.
Oh.
Oh.
Out.
dude.
He's an ass, okay? Period. I wasn't even done with the Ray Rice thing. Okay, we'll just go to the next thing.
Well, apparently they didn't want to talk about it. So you want to
That's
talk
what I
about it?
could've-
All right, no, if you want to talk about it, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not important.
I was
That
just making a
This comes from the
crude-
guy who didn't
crude
want
mark.
to talk. Go ahead, make a crude mark.
No, I was
No, now you're
Do it,
making a point
goddammit.
of it. Now it's no balls territory.
No, my whole point was, he beat her in Atlantic City Casino. My point is, why wasn't she in the kitchen to begin with?
Oh!
It's a joke past. It was going to be said like 5 minutes ago when we first started this.
And we've already made a big deal about nothing. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Cause,
So now going from that great segue to David S. Goyer's comment.
okay, so why isn't his ass in the kitchen making me a sandwich? That's about all he's good for. Because he's a fucking idiot.
With
Period.
Slut Hulk. Slut Hulk.
With Slut Hulk.
Slut
Slut Hulk is only a power fantasy for a real Hulk, even though she's the cousin. Even
Thank
though
you.
Technically, no, that's right. Red Hulk and her had a relationship.
Yes.
The Green Hulk and Green
And
Hulk.
she's gay for what's her name?
Female. It's the Red She-Hulk.
The
Don't
Red
just say
She-Hulk.
Red Hulk.
That's right.
Don't say Red Hulk.
That's a whole
Red Hulk and
different
Red
story
Hulk
there.
have a relationship. Whoa, no.
That
But
takes
yeah.
all we need to take it all.
What was the name of the from the Justice Pals on Dexter's Lab?
Kronk?
Kronk.
Yeah.
She had a relationship with
Kronk.
Kronk.
There you go.
There we go.
There you
That's
The purple one.
and Van
Purple
Halen or whatever.
Hulk's been pretty varying shades of gray, where sometimes he looked purple.
Just sometimes look purple.
Well, when you have Gray Hulk, occasionally he has that.
Well, that's just
Purplish
gray has that purplish hue, or vice versa.
What kills me is they made Grey Hulk to be the smart one because it got Banner's mind for a while. I'm like,
Well,
do you really need to make different versions of the Hulk? It can't just be a Hulk.
I'll be honest, if it's not She-Hulk, I really don't know anything about Hulk.
Okay, now I looked up a few things.
Other than, honestly, I watched...
Because the whole Planet Hulk stuff and the Grey Hulk stuff.
Well, that's the thing. They had the Gray Hulk for a while, and the Gray Hulk was with Banner's mind in control of the Hulk with the same strength. However, you have to remember the first time the Hulk appeared, it was gray.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And eventually they changed
Same
it.
with the
Yes,
big-
exactly, yeah.
Same with the other topic I want to talk about, Godzilla. But we're not going to go there yet.
No, that's the main event. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for nothing.
The Hulk versus Godzilla?
That's fine.
Or is
No,
it-
That actually happened.
Yes, it
but
did.
never will
Also,
pass-
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Never will pass Lou Ferrigno versus the Bear in the episode of.
That's true.
What about
Did you
Thor
hear that news
versus-
about Lou Ferrigno?
What about him?
that he's voicing the Hulk for Avengers 2.
He's voicing Hulk.
They're
for
letting him
Avengers 2?
voice the Hulk, so he's all the grunts and all the.
Oh, the grunts. I was gonna say they're not letting him talk. He can't fucking speak English.
I was assuming
apparently.
they're gonna have a puny human line or puny something line, and he's gonna say it.
Like, I'm gonna say, like, they're gonna have to, like, he's gonna have to do it if you're done, because he could never really, like, his accent was so heavy always, and now I think as he's gotten older, it's gotten worse.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's gonna
like
be
Arnold.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, Arnold, I'm looking forward to Conan, but that's guilty pleasure, complete guilty pleasure.
I'll say that sounds like.
I'm looking forward to Terminator just because the last one sucked.
Honestly, almost all of them have sucked.
Wait,
All of them have sucked since 2,
Now, have you heard that they're gonna
and that includes Sarah Connor.
they're gonna make it where
We don't count that.
the artificial skin, the organic over the metal flesh, starts to age with time because it's organic.
Oh god.
So is that the argument for why
Is
he's
that why
no
he's older?
Yeah, that's
No,
why
I
they had to do
thought he was
something.
actually supposed to be playing a human who the robots were based off. Finally, they're actually going to retcon the T3 thing.
I have no idea.
I
That's
wouldn't
just one of
know.
the things I heard in the grapevine. I didn't confirm the knowledge. I just heard.
I don't read any of the crap or watch any of the crap till. I barely will watch. I hate watching. Honestly, I don't watch trailers anymore because don't
It
get
ruins the
fucking hype.
plot.
Well, don't get not even that. Just don't get. Oh, that looks really good. I can't wait to see it. And then you see it and just no.
And then you get Rocket Raccoon.
Which is the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Just don't call him a raccoon.
Exactly. Like that's the best.
Go
Like
Rocket.
no one gave it. Here's another thing about. Not two fucking people on this planet give a fuck about Guardians of the Galaxy until all of a sudden they're like, oh, we decide to do that as the next movie. Like, no one cared. No one, if you ask an average geek,
I care.
average geek, I'm not talking about like comic book.
I was gonna say you're talking about someone who's actually read comic books, or someone that
Some, but even
some,
some
but I
who,
know,
even
yeah.
a lot of geeks that have read comic books. Name the main, like,
Name the
some,
main
I
Marvel,
said
yeah.
some comic book. I'm not talking about the, like, that arena. I'm not even that level. But I knew Guardians of the Galaxy were just because there was a fucking raccoon with a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
I fucking was
and that's
excited.
I say
But that's all I really know. I've only read little bits.
And then, well, I mean, if you didn't know about it, we learned about Rocket back in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the Ultimate
Yes,
Edition.
exactly.
when they had him.
Right.
So
Exactly.
that
That's
got
where a
all
lot
the
of people
gaming
were
nerds to be like,
introduced.
oh,
Right. Well, that's where be your that's a lot of cases with a lot of things. But like, no one knew Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but now imagine if
Still,
someone.
There's 5 fans that can claim that they had the Reddit for the Guardians of the Galaxy Reddit, and that was it. Now it's
Yeah.
probably like 600 of them.
Oh, yeah,
or
exactly.
6 million of them.
Yeah, but now the ones that were introduced to Rocket Raccoon from the game are gonna get pissed off if they see something different in the movie.
Well, the game didn't have no storyline for him. It was just a playable character.
Yeah, but they're still gonna complain about something.
Well, they're gonna bitch. People bitch about everything. Like
That's right.
So,
People
why
bitch.
even we're even talking about superhero movies? Because it's just gonna be me bitching. That's the whole thing.
Okay, we want to talk about. We want to talk about
The
superhero
last time,
movies.
like the last two the podcast, the last time one I haven't uploaded yet, is nothing but me bitching about Godzilla's shitty movie.
Okay, we want to talk about superhero movies. Let's talk about the Superman sequel.
Oh wait, you talking about the one that's coming out or Superman 2?
No, the one that's coming out. The reboot Superman sequel.
Isn't it
Like
the
a Batman versus
It's-
Superman.
we were already
Dawn
on
of
there
Justice.
with Goyer.
It's
We're
not
already
a
with Goyer.
Superman movie anymore.
It's not a
just
Superman movie. Superman's getting second billing. It's officially a Batman movie at that point.
It's
because
yeah,
Batman
it's just-
sells more as far as movie
I know.
tickets go.
It's
Because
fucking stupid.
Superman.
That's because DC sucks
Superman
at marketing
hasn't-
Superman.
But
Yeah.
Superman's
It's-
never had
it's
a
a
good movie
team-up.
since 2.
Yeah.
And
It's not even a
barely
team up. That's the worst part.
passable.
Is like they're trying to make it verse each other,
Oh yeah,
basing off the Dark Knight Returns, which is the fucking worst Elseworld story to tell because fuck it, none of it makes sense because all of it's based off old Justice League stuff.
Yeah, it's all in the future.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
way.
Like Oliver Queen losing his arm took place in the fucking alternate world where Oliver Queen got his arm cut off by Superman during a Justice League comic where originally Oliver Queen died. Because it came down, Oliver Queen was either I get to defuse the bomb and try and fight the bomb before it flows, or Superman cuts off my arm and we go flee and the bomb kills a bunch of people. Well, in one comic, Superman did that. He ripped out fucking Holly's arm and took him out of the plane. The fucking thing crashed to a city. And that's the basis for that comic. In the actual comic, he disarmed the bomb blew up. Killing Oliver Queen. And
Yeah.
they brought him back years later.
That's it.
Because, you can't say dead in comics.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, the
Always.
big turnaround came around with Superman. That's what really opened the floodgates. Is when they brought Superman back. Like we can bring everybody back now
That's true.
That was it.
because they
Yeah.
couldn't just keep Superman dead.
Yeah.
That's why it was no point when Marvel made a big fucking deal killing Captain America.
At least he was dead longer than Superman.
Oh, yeah, he was
He
dead longer.
did. That's
Which,
true.
thank you, that's the great segue into what I really want to talk about. What do you think they're going to do for Captain America 3? I want them to do the Civil War.
That's what it's got to be. Like that's
Like, I want them to, like, Cap dies, either you kill Cap in the very first act, and he's not dead, but you kill him off and you pretend he fakes dead, and then you have Billy assume the mantle for the rest of the movie, and then Act 3 he comes back. Or kill him off in Civil War.
Honestly, they should do the whole thing and just kill him off at the beginning, but then you're gonna get fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 syndrome where you've killed
Yeah.
or taken out your main character right away,
I
and then
think
everyone gets pissed.
I think you save it for the final act. You kill him off in the final act.
I think that's what you. I think that's.
And then
what
Avengers
you
3,
say
unfortunately,
for
he's dead. Or Avengers 3 is
Well,
about
that's what it
reviving him
should
before
fucking be.
Thanos.
But actually, the sad part is, I'm not going to get into my whole gripe against Avengers.
Well, hold on, because we were talking about this a while back. But now that I was starting to think about is that you might end up see that you're not gonna have Downey Jr. afterwards. You're not gonna have Chris Evans afterwards.
Yeah.
The perfect time to do the Civil War is actually after Avengers 3.
Yeah.
Because then you can get someone else to play Iron Man. It would be a little smoother transition. You don't have to worry about shaking the boat too much, and then you can kill off Chris Evans at the beginning. At the end of it, make it do a deal so it's his last film, and
That's the other problem too when you're making all these movies is that these actors are only doing so many of them.
Well, yeah, because they only signed him up for so many deals. Now Downey Jr.'s just like, I'm done making Iron Man movies. I'm fucking here.
Honestly, you should have just fucking done Lord of the Rings and just fucking done 3 of them right at the same
Back-to-back,
fucking time.
Get 'em all
It's a
done.
long fucking shooting schedule, but you're more than likely going to be able to get an actor to agree to that for a large amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Than trying to drag it out every fucking year. He has to go fly all over the world.
Well, the whole
Let's do
reason why he
more.
also fought over the whole thing is because of the salary cap. They originally were going to pay.
Yeah,
Chris
well, they were
Hemsworth
gonna
and
fuck
Scarlett
up everybody,
Johansson, they were
yeah.
fuck them all up.
Yeah.
And he said, no, because you're paying me more.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You either pay them what they want or I'm walking.
Right.
And I guarantee you, because of that, it still left bad blood. And he's like, no, I'm done after this. I can't do after Avengers 3. I'm done.
Right. Well, at least they're getting that part that we're getting 3.
Yeah. And Evans only said he's done after 3 just because he wants to take a break. He might come back and do a later one.
well, yeah. But once again, that would be a good point in order to get rid of Cap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because then you can get Bucky to to go ahead and do it.
The other key for Marvel is going to be, which they should have been doing already, is they're bringing in Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and they're bringing some of these other ones in, and they need to make them extremely strong in these movies, so that if you continue, because Avengers is a group, it's not made up of like I've always said, my biggest gripe with Avengers, it's not fucking Marvel All-Stars. These guys that are in Avengers in the movies are not always, they're not the major part of Avengers. Very rarely are all of them at one time as Avengers.
I want my Black Panther.
And I want my Wasp.
No,
I want Wasp.
I didn't tell you this earlier, but have you heard the shit that's going down with the Ant-Man movie?
No, I know
They
the
have
guy,
now gone
somebody
through
left.
3 different directors.
Yeah, I knew somebody
They
recently left.
lost Edgar Wright.
They lost Edgar fucking Wright. How the fuck do you piss off Edgar Wright?
My guess is this: it's either it just has to be a terrible fucking script, or something is wrong. I don't know what it is.
There's
Like,
something wrong.
well, that means at this point the movie's cursed.
It's
cut
Edgar
loss.
Wright, so he probably wants to try to maintain more of.
Yeah, they've
of
already
it, and
fucked
probably-
up Frank Pym's storyline.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That it's probably he's walking away because they're trying to change up even more, and he's like, no, we need to stay more faithful because that's kind of what he does.
Yeah. It would have made more sense to have Ant-Man come out before Age of Ultron. You set up Ultron in it. Why did they push it back to stage 3? It makes no sense to me.
I honestly still don't understand why we're getting the Ant-Man movie to begin with, but I feel like
Because they originally were going to push for Ultron to be the fucking
Right.
second villain. That
Well,
was
that's
the
what it
original
did, right.
plotline, and they changed it because they had to push back Ant-Man because they couldn't get it out in time.
And my question: How's is the new? Okay, of all they're making new Fantastic Four. Who owns? Which one has it?
Fox.
Who owns,
Fox.
Okay,
Yeah,
because that's the key. Like I was like trying to think which one of the groups has it.
Fox has, the way to remember is Fox has X-Men and Fantastic Four because FX always show both.
That is true. Okay, you are right on that. I mean, I don't have any interest in the new Fantastic Four anyway because I hate the first 2. Yes, it's completely different. Still
I was
hate
gonna say
it.
that shouldn't have anything to do with the.
It doesn't matter. Like, I have no. Well, you gotta also remember this is coming from the guy who has no fucking faith in any superhero movie. I like none, just about. So
Seriously?
pretty much, I have like 2 or 3 on my entire list that I actually enjoy.
Daredevil.
Oh, sad part.
Why would you like that one?
Actually, I really don't like Daredevil as a movie, but I like Ben Affleck. Yeah, I know. Kill me now. I know. But you know what?
Leave.
No, I know why
Just
you
leave.
like that.
Just
So
leave.
I can support your opinion.
Well,
I
it's-
actually watched Boiler Room too.
Right,
Yeah,
it's
well,
two things.
it's just
The
good stuff
Kevin
he
Smith
does.
universe and his fucking, monologue in Boiler Room. I love Ben Affleck. Boiler Room is one of my favorite movies ever. He's a decent actor.
What about Blade?
But I have, like...
Hey, Wesley Snipes back.
But
Yeah,
here's the thing,
really.
like, Blade for me, like, honestly,
Again?
now you say Blade, I like the first Blade, but I never, I never think of Blade
Aren't they
as
doing a
damn
TV
sick.
series with him again? Like, aren't they rebooting the TV series?
No, I have no idea.
They
No
had
clue.
or were doing
Yeah,
a
I think
TV
you're
series for
They
Blade.
did the TV series for Spike, and it wasn't Wesley Snipes, it was someone
Right,
else.
no, it was another guy, and I mean, for honestly, though, for superhero movies, for me, like, it's Batman Returns only for nostalgia because it's not a good Batman movie. I will always say that. I don't like any of the Batman movies, really. I like Dark Knight as a movie. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a great Batman movie. I don't mind parts of Spider-Man 2. Parts, and not the new one. No, not the new
Right,
one.
you
I'm
can
I
talking-
was
say
gonna
Amazing-
say, there's a
Amazing
difference.
Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying.
You're talking
But,
about Spider-Man
but
2,
some
yeah,
people
Shock,
completely,
Whatever.
whatever.
All them.
I like Iron Man 1. I like the new Captain America, the second Captain America.
Captain America, Winter Soldier. Yeah.
And I don't mind Avengers. I think it's a good thing. It's just overall issues. But here's my other thing I've always said, though, why I like Iron Man and with Captain America. I have no pre-existing condition to them. I was not fans of either one of them growing up. I knew of them. I watched the Iron Man cartoon briefly. But Captain, like, other than video game wise, I never had something that I really gravitated towards of liking Captain America, other than knowing him and having brief appearances in other stuff I read. So I can like the movie, but as the true Captain America fans out there, what do they really think of said movie? But when it comes to Spider-Man, when it comes to Batman, when it comes to X-Men, since I love those franchises and know so much, I can never support these movies. I can't. I hate every X-Men movie. There's not one redeeming quality to them.
Not even the very first one?
The first X-Men movie, I hate just about. Rogue, it's everything. It's awful.
Mark is a huge
That's-
Mystique fan.
And they
Not-
until they get that's the case, and he got it right. Like until they get Mystique right, and they can never get Mystique right, her character has been off since day one. The only thing I like about the first X-Men, I'm taking over this entire fucking cast, is
That's fine.
I had a feeling it was going
I
to
have
happen.
nothing to say. Is Wolverine, Tyler Mane, that Sabretooth fight. I like
Yeah,
that thing.
that was-
That's
that was
that's
good.
my favorite thing. And then Storm with Toad, dumbest fucking thing, and want to blow my brains out. Okay, that's
Funniest thing I found out about that fucking line.
was it ad-lib, please?
No,
was
it wasn't ad-lib.
Ah.
Josh Whedon wrote it.
Did you really?
He originally wrote it. You know what happens to a frog in lightning? It gets fried. That was the original quote.
Okay.
They thought that was
Huh.
so stupid, they changed it to the same thing, everything else, everything else.
Right.
And it's just like, I was
It's
fucking
just-
dumb. Why
God,
did you change
that
it?
line is so
Can
bad.
I meet the person that changed it so I can kind of just, punch him in the nuts?
It's like, at least it would have made more sense. Like, he gets fried.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should have been one of those moments from like the South Park movie with Terrence and Phillip when they slap Brooke Shields in the face.
Yes.
She says I farted up instead of blue. That's exactly what you should. And then just that slap. That's exactly what someone could have done to the guy
Yes,
who changed
that
that
would've been
line.
I feel like you had the perfect set. Like, you happen to a Toad and lightning, and they just shock him. He just,
He gets fried.
Just show it. You don't even need the line.
that fucker.
And no issue with Halle Berry. Like there's
My issue is the fact that
casting.
she needs to pick the accent. Because she either has it or she
That's the
doesn't.
other thing too.
Yeah,
God
that
damn
was
it.
the
Biggest
that was
thing.
the.
There's a
okay,
line
so
issue with
I'm
Halle
not
Berry.
the only one that kind of
Movie
noticed that.
altogether.
No, it's just the accent.
What,
It's all
what?
over.
My issue with Halle Berry is a different movie altogether.
Uh-huh.
Well,
We're
yeah.
not going to talk about that movie right
No, we will not.
I'm going to throw it out there.
We're
now.
not.
No, we're not.
no.
That is specifically for another video we were shooting later, probably, maybe.
All right.
I just.
I'm just gonna get all in, like at this point. I'm starting to say, screw it. I'm not gonna get loud with it. I'm just gonna get intimate with the mic whenever I get really angry.
The problem is you're not picking up very well.
Oh, it's picking me up. Plus, I'm gonna
Yeah,
normalize it later on.
No, God, because I don't know. I have no idea how well it's picking.
He's going very deep on that microphone.
Sometimes you have to go deep in order to really.
Sometimes you have to go deep
Be
and it
one
causes
with
something
the
to
mic.
have a urinary tract infection.
Mr.
Wait,
T's,
what?
Mr. T's mom.
Oh, hey.
What?
Sorry. Oh, that was. I did not catch that.
That was-
Oh, it's finally fucking done.
Oh, good
Okay,
job
sure.
for
That.
randomness.
There we go. There was a little bit of Arkham moment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we got a whole bunch of things.
So back to your raging about.
Well,
the
my,
superhero movies.
here's my other
I got the whole, like,
movies, and I
counterpoint.
will always say this
What'd
too.
you, wait, you had a whole PowerPoint?
Well, it's because if you look at comics in general, there's a lot of retcon and there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on where what's canon, what isn't canon, what's this, what's that, and then you look at film in general. Film is a completely different medium, and it's one of those things where I like to point out and go back to something like with Douglas Adams when he did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The first radio drama he did was different than the second radio drama. It was different than the book. It was different than the TV show. It was different than the movie, and he wrote all of them. But he always intended it because every time it was a different medium, it was a different format, it was a different style.
He wanted to be different for that.
And so when you look at movies, you have to remember that you can't translate perfect.
You're not going to get a 1-to-1 ratio.
And no, I agree with you. There's things like I wanted the Rogue and Gambit kind of thing because that's there, and so they kind of mistreated those characters. I'm not going to say I'm not against that, but they did okay with what they had, especially for the time. If X-Men didn't do so well, we wouldn't be getting better things like we're getting now. Because we're getting you wouldn't have something like Winter Soldier, which is it's also the least comic book movie of comic book movies.
Like I said,
but it's the best one because of that reason. Which some people argue that Avengers is better.
Avengers is about a better comic book movie.
Yes.
Fucking standalone movie, Captain America I think stands up with some of the best suspense movies I've seen lately.
Yeah. My only other argument for all that is that it's just growing up in the early, and watching cartoons in the early 90s. The cartoons, yes, at times didn't get everything right, one for one with the comics.
Yeah.
But in their medium, they got so many well-told stories within those half hours.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like, well, why do these write? Why did Paul Dini write such a fucking amazing cartoons for the Batman animated series? But big paid motherfucking huge Hollywood scriptwriters can't do shit with Batman.
Well, it's
still a different medium.
It's not even a different medium.
And it
comes down to
cartoon
who owns the animated features. DC directly puts them out.
Yeah.
Who owns the pictures?
And that's
the distribution guys. The guys paying for it. You have more people with their fingers in it going, okay, I don't like that factor. I don't like that. Or I don't like that.
They're not going to make Batman like he should be, which is more noir, instead of making it his big action star, instead of making more of a detective.
Which is weird because
you never focus on
that. It's movies. Movies love noir films. Like, you look at Brick. You look at fucking Sin City. You look at fucking... Like, there are good noir films out there.
And I don't want to take out the fact that I don't count necessarily Sin City.
Yeah, Sin City is like one of those weird things.
It's a graphic novel. There's that line.
Yeah.
And I don't actually mind all of Watchmen. I have issues obviously with Watchmen, but I don't mind. I can watch Watchmen.
I think for a cohesive series, just because when you take it out of the comic book world, taking out the alien element that much, works better because moviegoers aren't as frequent with comic books. Comic books, you could have like the fucking Crypt Keeper, you could have a fucking alien, you have
and once again, as far as
and it works sense.
Outside of the change of the ending, taking out the comic book within the movie, it's pretty.
Well, I know that's
the point. If you watch the Blu-ray version, they put the comic back in.
It's probably the most faithful adaptation.
And there was no way they could
outside of like 300, which was also
it's still
which I'm still like, how the fuck did Zack Snyder make that and then turn around and make Man of Steel?
Right, that's
what the fuck, Snyder?
He went from 300 to Watchmen, and then so he went from doing 2 comic book movies like that.
Yeah, and I don't get. And 300 is another one. It's a graphic novel.
I think it's because he had more of cohesion. Like, he had something that was okay. Here physically is. I don't have to think. I just have to shoot it.
I know what happens.
What?
Sucker Punch ruined him.
I like Sucker Punch.
I like Sucker Punch, but for the most part,
most people hate it.
No.
Punch. I have no issue with it.
They just think it's female exploitation, which is.
I'm not even getting on that.
I was going to say, if you're going to make female exploitation an argument,
we are going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about that movie because everybody says it's female exploitation. It's not.
I know.
Snyder is literally going, here's the male gaze, and it is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people miss that because they're just ignorant of it. They just look at it at face value. It's like, no.
They want to see. They want it to see it as a female exploitation, and that's what they will see it as.
That's why I loved the movie from the first time I watched it. I got it immediately. Like, this is fucking amazing.
And the thing is, it was Inception-ing things before Inception.
I know. Yeah, well,
it's true.
It was a world inside a world, and then he went to another worlds inside those worlds.
So
it was all in Baby Doll's head. So.
I know. Yeah. And it's supposed to be her envisioning herself like she's supposed to be in this bed when she's doing this weird, crazy dancing. Yeah. And we don't see the dancing. Everybody was complaining, why don't you see the dancing? Like, because that's not the point of the movie. The point is, Her dancing
No,
is just the male gaze.
Yeah.
The male is turning her into an object while she, in her mind, is powering herself and doing
Well,
something.
it's also how you get the objects they need. She's serving as a distraction.
Yeah.
And so that's her dances, and she's going there, but that's explaining how they're getting like the key and all that other stuff.
They're doing that to kind of go, look at this, we're running cool way. Everybody's just talking about this, oh, they're just doing it because they want to put them in cool costumes. And no. It's because it's literally her fantasy to become empowered. It's the same fucking reason why Snyder should be doing a Wonder Woman movie and not fucking Superman.
Oh,
because
I
everybody
only
is
want
gonna
to
want
the
the
fact
Superman
that Wonder
movie.
Woman is even involved in this Batman Superman movie.
She is.
I know. I said I don't even want to talk about it. This movie is going to be fucking god awful. I don't think there's. Does anyone have any faith in this anymore?
We have Cyborg, Martian Manhunter, even though a fucking douchebag calls him Goofy.
Right.
Manhunter.
But this is the guy who's writing your script is calling these things.
Oh no, he got canned from it.
I know. Well, like
Which makes me laugh more because you know who canned him?
who?
Affleck said if he continues to write the
Oh
script.
yeah, I
I'm
did
done.
hear it. That's because of his. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
hold the fuck up, Affleck! You're just getting more
That's
points
right.
in my book.
He's just like, let's get
That's
Kevin
because
Smith
Affleck
on that.
has.
Actually, we got his friend, the guy who wrote Argo. But
Okay.
I swear to God, I said it from day one. The second they put Affleck in, I'm like, I guarantee you he's going to fucking Smith. They go, like, here's the script, read it, tell me what you fucking want, I'm fucking changing
But
it.
that's the combo. Like that's the benefit of having Affleck involved. Which everyone hates Affleck. Fine. He does have at least a connection to comic books in a way that if
He was in Mallrats.
I love
She involves what he
I'm one
as the comic book guy.
and I love Mallrats, but
And
I
Jason
love
Statham.
Kevin Smith, so that's the reason also.
Yeah, that's
Ben
yeah.
Affleck.
And
So
Jason.
it all
Yeah, he
comes
has-
together.
Yeah,
He's
him,
comic
actually,
book
you bring
related
up Mallrats, that's when I think of Bruce Wayne, I think of that version of Ben Affleck.
Right, like, and that it could be very much so.
They can connect it.
So even all of that probably still won't redeem the film.
No. I don't think it will. I really don't. There's no way
God damn
you
it,
can
Clark,
do
the
this
cookie
movie.
is not a mid-mall eatery, it's part of the food court.
Will we bring in Jason Lee as the Joker?
Oh my God. No, I'd rather him be Flash. I would rather him be Flash. I think it would make more sense. Or him
But
as
they're
Hal Jordan.
all-
Oh my God, him as
Well,
Hal
they're-
Jordan would
Did
be
you actually
fucking
so-
awesome.
did you actually
gauging
see
from
recently
that.
for like some celebration throwback thing? Kevin Smith posted a picture of from the Mallrats
Yeah.
where they were all in
Yeah.
the jacuzzi or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was
I thought it
hilarious.
was an awesome picture.
So gauging from what they're trying to do with the movie, they're basically trying to pull an Avengers where they're throwing.
Oh no. This is the pre-Avengers. They're throwing
Yeah.
everybody into this movie, and then they're doing Justice League.
Yeah, but why are you going to do that? It's like, okay, we're introducing one. Wait, where's her movie?
Okay.
Explain where she's coming from.
That's the because
That's
DC's playing fucking catch up at this
Yeah.
point.
Because
They're
DC
so
is
far
idiot.
behind.
They literally said if Man of Steel does fine, we will then do a Wonder Woman movie. We'll do a movie. They were originally going to do Justice League right after Man of Steel. That's when they originally approached Ben Affleck to not only direct but be Batman. They scrapped that for Man of Steel 2, which is what we're getting now. This Batman vs Superman movie. Then they're actually still saying
quote sequel.
this. They were now officially saying we're doing Justice League after that. We are officially doing this. This is going to set up the Justice League. I'm like, you're a bunch of idiots.
Well, yeah,
You
it
should have
was.
just gone with the original plan and just done Justice
Yeah.
League.
It's because what they ended up doing is that they sat on the entire time you had the Marvel Universe start. They made 3 Batman films.
Yeah.
That's what they did that
That's
entire time.
What kills me even
They
more.
they tried to relaunch Superman during that time with Superman Returns, but
That wasn't really a relaunch. That was Brian
That's another
Singer's
pile of
swan
shit I saw
song
in the
to Batman.
theaters.
I mean, to Superman.
What?
yeah.
Superman
Because-
Returns.
Because Snyder,
Yeah.
I mean, not
I
Snyder,
hated that movie.
Singer left X3 just to make that movie.
Yep.
Because he's like, I always want to make a Superman movie. And he made a movie.
Yeah.
And for as much as
You know
everybody
what?
gets a shit, I fucking loved it. Because I'm a Superman fan, and that, to me, is like, okay,
That
And
that
because
was an
this-
okay. that
and
was
I
an
love
okay
of Christopher Reeve's movies, at the same time was trying to keep it similar enough to make it a new one. But then you get Man of Steel 2. I mean, Man of Steel, and just, I hate that movie with every fiber of my body.
I'll say, would you rather sit through Man of Steel again or Return to Superman?
Man of Steel,
Superman-
unfortunately, is more interesting. It's more exciting.
I think it is. That's the thing here. But when I think of a Superman movie, my immediate thought is more of a Superman Returns. But at the same time, when I think of Superman, I think of endless fucking potential of powers, and he saves the fucking cat from the tree. That's what Superman does.
Yeah.
I don't like Superman.
Yeah.
I'm not a Superman. I never
Yeah.
will be.
He doesn't like the Boy Scout.
I can't.
No one
stand him.
does.
And,
'Cause
no,
he's-
no, say no one does, because there's a huge fan base.
No
of Superman.
real comic book fan likes Superman. People who just think they know comics, or people who think when they think of a comic, their favorite comic movie or comic book character, go Superman or Batman, because he's been around that long.
That's also how you step across
Chinese food.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
or Wolverine.
Touche.
But just one random. I didn't even get this in. I've always said also with comic book movies, because anyone's going to listen to this, and it's not even trying to appease everyone. If you love these freaking movies, good for you. Congratulations. My whole thing ever has been: do not ask my opinion of said movies, because then you're going to get it.
And then
But if
you're
you
going
like them on your own, that is cool. Be my
Jesus,
guest.
Josh, how much you
Because
get?
how many people love these things? Obviously. I don't know how many people love Thor 1, but that movie fucking sucked.
I hate
A couple
I like
people
Thor
did. A
too.
couple people did.
I still haven't seen Thor 2, so I can't comment.
People said Thor 2 is a lot better than Thor 1.
It has to be.
I
There's
haven't
no
seen
way it
the
could be
second
worse.
one yet either.
I liked it. It wasn't as like to me. I like Thor 1 because I like Kevin Thrawn's directing style. How
Did anything
epic he
happen
made
in
it
it?
feel. Yeah.
I swear to God, nothing happened in that movie.
In Thor 1, yeah.
What is stuff happening in that movie?
It seemed like for like half the movie, they was wandering around the fucking town and nothing happened in that movie. When he first
Yeah,
comes over,
yeah.
there's like 30 minutes, it feels like, when he's...
Well, that's them world building at that point.
Also, the first time I ever saw that movie, I had double vision because of my spinal fluid.
That
I
would
think
be
you
why.
So that didn't help.
a little.
So that didn't help
Yeah.
my opinion of
Why,
said film.
why are there two Lokis on screen? I don't think he was actually supposed to be on screen at the same time.
So your opinion is
It's not,
based
I've
from
seen
a
it
skewed-
since.
Yeah.
I've seen it again since. But my
Yeah.
point is, that was my initial thinking of the movie, so that didn't
The
help.
problem, I will give it this: Kenneth Branagh directed. Kenneth Branagh is used to directing Shakespeare. Shakespeare is usually 2 to 3 hours long. Hell, he directed the Hamlet. That's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So he's used to long, slow-moving dramas. If you're like me and you're used to those because of just being used to film school, I like the movie. But if you're like people who watch Iron Man 1 and are like, what the fuck is this?
Well, my point is, I have no issue with that.
Well,
I love, no problem with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if I'm expecting that kind of thing, then I enjoy that kind of thing. It just, I don't know, just...
It's the same reason Superman Returns wasn't as good as Thor 1, in my opinion. They're both, they don't have a lot of action. They don't have a lot of, like, it's too far in between.
And usually on the first movies, I don't like them anyway because damn origin stories. Though,
Yeah.
interestingly enough, I do like Iron Man 1. But, like, most of the
Because
time...
that one they knocked out the park.
That was
John
the point.
Favreau. John Favreau was a fucking genius
That's,
director.
and that's, I think, the key. Like,
So he did
most
two.
of the time, I don't like...
2 wasn't, he was not directing a lot of 2. He was actually heading off 2 other people. Like, he had his other group doing it. They had a lot of B stuff on
I
that
like
one.
2 more than I like 3.
Well, 3... Well, I do, too. It goes downhill.
I can't
I don't
I
like
can't
3
really
at
hate on
all.
3
Like, I
because
don't really like
it did
3.
do weird things with it. I'm pissed they should have doing the PTSD. They should have addressed the alcoholism. But
Yeah.
you can't do that because Joe Smokes like, I'm not alcoholic. Why are you addressing this guy's alcoholism? It's okay. You have 1 or 2 drinks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
But it wasn't 1 or 2 drinks either.
It's like every fucking time you got in the suit, I'm just gonna drink. Like they even introduced it in 1 where he gets in 2 where he gets drunk at the fucking party in the suit.
exactly.
I want to see how I go to the bathroom while I'm in the suit. And there it was. I'm like, how do you not harken back to that
Right.
for fucking 3 at least? It's like he should have gone off the deep end and then just straight just alcohol. Well, especially if he can't sleep, he should be trying to down himself,
That's true.
kill himself with the
That's true.
alcohol. You had a perfect setup for it, and instead they went, yeah, let's go this way with it.
That's a misguided step. I mean, the biggest thing that people should have is the Mandarin lead. But
Yeah.
with the little short that came out.
Yeah.
Have you seen the short yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah. Have you seen the short? There's one that they've it's a 20-minute short.
It's one of the one shots they did, like with Coulson, where he went to go. When he's on his way to go find Thor's hammer, he went to the
Ah,
stone.
okay, okay.
It's a one shot where they're interviewing Ben Kingsley,
as Mandarin.
as his character, as what Chester or whatever his
Yeah, I
name
can't
is.
remember. Yeah, I think it's Chester.
They interviewing him about what he did with the Mandarin, and at the end of it alludes to the 10 Rings.
Okay.
That there actually is a real leader. Of the
So in other
Mandarins.
words,
Right.
they could integrate it where like you have him at one point. Now he's gonna be upset because you had posers to the throne because they don't ever say where they pulled the name Mandarin from.
Oh, yeah.
So it could still be that
there could have actually been a Mandarin.
Guy Pearce his character pulled it in the story to be like, oh well, it sounds intimidating, it has kind of a reputation, but no one's ever seen the guy. I can manipulate this.
Gotcha.
So it could actually go out to something larger where they're gonna try to get those respurned fans. And
That's the worst part. Is it's going to feel like they just went back and said, okay, let's reboot our own universe for like one character.
but the 10 Rings were already there.
The Ten Rings, yeah.
The
But
10
no,
Rings
I'm
were
talking
there
about
in
the
the first
Mandarin. Just
movie.
bringing the real Mandarin in and saying this is who he is. I think at that point you just need to go on to another Iron Man villain.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I just, it's hard now. Just it's still doing the individual movies and Avengers. I mean, like I said, apparently Thor 2 is better. Captain America 2 I enjoyed. It's just, I don't know.
The best way to describe it is Thor 2 compared to Thor 1 is like Captain America 2 compared to Captain America 1.
That's what it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't hate Captain America 1. I had some issue, but like I said,
the funniest thing to me though is in
reasons.
Captain America 2, Bartok the Leaper,
yeah.
fucking George St. Pierre, what the fuck his name is. The fact they got him, like, Jesus Christ! Oddly enough, Bartok the Leaper, the only guy to ever knock out Batman in a fight. That's just one claim to fame.
Also, we were talking about, I'm trying to think of all these comic book movies and all that. Kick-Ass 1 and 2, neither one is anywhere close to the books. The
Yeah.
comics.
Well, they're not as dark as
No,
the
this
Especially one, like, I read the comic
Well-
first, and then, that's the thing, if you read the comic first, and then, either one, I guess.
They
I
said
don't
they
know.
specifically said they wouldn't do the dog rape scene too. They
Yeah.
specifically said we're not doing that.
Right, like, and that's, my point is, though, you're not gonna, like, Kick-Ass is, I mean, like, it's not a super long set of comic that they pull from. This isn't, like, 6,000 years of mythos, you know, with the Batmans and all that, but you have 30, 40 years of comics. Yeah, you only have a little bit to work with, so you're more of a graphic novel type thing when you're doing, like, your 300, that kind of thing. It's not bad. It's a good, if you just saw Kick-Ass the movie, you're enjoying it, because, wow, it actually is, it's different. It does this edgy, it does this blah, blah, blah.
Well, and
That's kind of how I am because I've never read the graphic novels.
It's so much better.
I feel like it's a
and Hit
gateway
Girl is
to
not
the
portrayed
graphic novels.
properly, especially in the second.
No.
Yeah.
And when you look at stuff like with it, when you go into the second movie and you're like you're not with it, he's not with his girlfriend anymore, and she's like very to him.
Yeah.
It was like she was at the beginning of the first film, which almost seems like they pulled from the end of the first comic book to make her character back to what she was. And you're like, why are you trying to pick? Nobody
Exactly.
knows that he didn't have her as a girlfriend ever
Right.
at all. He liked her. He told her who he was, and then she's like, he got beat up afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. So I think I covered just about every comic book movie within that span, and I'm not going back to like the '90s and talking about Spawn.
You know talking about Elektra?
You know, it took me a lot to sit through all of Elektra.
I
I
feel
went-
bad that
we
you
went-
had to
did
sit
you read
through all
with
that.
No, you and Adam went to go see it.
I paid good money to see that fucking movie. Never again.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I learned that lesson.
I went to you to go see Superman Returns.
Yeah.
What about Ghost Rider, Mark?
Which one or two?
Okay, I like the first Ghost Rider.
No.
Here's the thing, though. You're one of those people that love Nicolas
No.
Cage,
I like
regardless
Nicolas
of
Cage,
because of
so-
Nicolas. For the sake, you like Nicolas Cage for the sake of Nicolas Cage.
I like Nicolas Cage.
You like Ghost Rider. Like
I still say they need to recut Wicker Man as a comedy.
I
I still
Oh my
say that.
God.
And I guarantee we'll make money.
Wicker Man is still one of the greatest, worst things, like greatest
The
bad
best,
movies ever.
worst movie
Right,
ever.
it's one of those. It's on that level of it's so bad. So
Did you get
bad.
crab meat wontons? Did you get crab meat wontons? You're eating crab meat wontons in my house, and then you offer me one?
You fat ass!
There was one
Oh
left.
my God. No, you eat crab meat wontons?
I thought you were saying there's one left, and you're like reaching for the one.
You know what? I'll get your crab meat wontons.
I got this one left for you in my pants.
Huh?
No,
What you say to me?
You just grab
I said I was gonna get you crab meat wontons.
What you say to me?
Now you're being dirty with the microphone. I'm a little uncomfortable around you right now.
Or are we getting
Okay.
down on the microphone?
That's the exact. No, this
Oh,
sounds like
no,
that when you just beat the mic. I just. No, you actually just hit it and makes that that high whatever. Fuck it.
Now it's the ASMR version of this thing. You just go in my mouth, and those things put you to sleep for some freaking reason. I don't know.
Okay.
They're the medication.
What's our next? I think I don't know.
I think we've pretty much killed the. Oh, hold on, Tony is calling me.
Go to comic
Oh my god, our podcast is over.
Yeah, what's up?
I can't
What?
believe we've been doing this for 30 some fucking minutes already. Like,
Let's
it's
still
kind of
talk.
ridiculous. Oh, we can talk.
Just because he's talking. doesn't mean
Well, we have
That's
this
what we
other,
keep going.
topic. I don't know.
Furries? I'm drawing scaly.
I'm not talking furries there.
Where are you?
If it was a relevant
Hold on.
topic.
Where are you? You guys keep talking.
Give me a topic.
Go all the way
G.I.
down.
Joe.
What about G.I. Joe?
I don't know. They're the Great American Hero.
They are the great American hero.
They're also comic books.
That is true.
And they also have subpar
And
movies.
didn't the guy who designed it just die today?
I think so.
The original G.I. Joe?
Yeah, way back.
Like when we're recording this, whenever this goes up, like he passed away like '84. I don't
The
know
guy who
his
made
name.
like the 18-inch dollar.
Yeah, the original. Wow, that's like the only thing I can really. I just saw it on my Facebook wall. Someone else posted it, so that's like the only thing I have. Honestly, I have no connection. See, G.I. Joe, your Transformers, and all—they're so 80s. Like that's 80s.
Okay.
And I'm
Actually, we can
and
segue into that topic. How do you guys feel about the new movie or
What,
the?
Transformers?
Yeah.
I hate them all already. I hate Michael Bay.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunately. I sound negative. There is stuff out there.
Okay.
There is stuff.
Minus the obligatory Michael Bay hatred. What do you not like about the Transformers movies?
Well, the second one's racist as fuck. You're telling me there's fucking.
I'm trying not to say it, but I can't disagree with you.
Right, and this is I can't. Also, the first Megan Fox in the first two, I can't stand Megan Fox at all.
I can look at
Because
it.
she's not only she's an ass. I don't like. She's made some really bad comments over the past. The reason why she wasn't in 3 was because of comments she had made previous to the movie.
Yep.
That they made Bay not put her in 3. And then she's of course in everything Bay does because who knows.
New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
I see. We're just gonna keep going on things that we. There has to be some positive out there in this world that I enjoy.
There is something positive.
Well, there is video games, but I'm sure we'll talk about something. That'll piss me
Wolfenstein. What
off.
about the new Wolfenstein?
I haven't played it yet.
We're not talking about
I'm just
games
going
that
on
we
the-
can't afford. Next
We
topic.
have it in this house right now.
It's sitting in the cabinet.
Are we playing it? Are we playing it right now? No, we're
Yes,
not.
I am actually playing it. That's it right there. There's wavy lines. Those are the Nazis coming after you. You have to fire at
Those are
them.
some very interesting looking Nazis. Where do you think you're going?
Well, when they put Wolfenstein, if they had ported it to the NES,
Right.
the soldiers would have looked about like the wavy lines we're currently looking at, and the sound of the voices would have been absolutely fucking perfect.
Oh god, that would have been atrocious.
Oh my god.
Wolfenstein on the NES.
I want to see it now, kind of. I want to kind of see how that would.
Well, you
would-
can-
That's like watching a
there's
train
probably
accident or something.
There's probably a ROM of an 8-bit version of it, but it's not going to be an NES version of it.
No, right. No, that's the other thing. It was like, it's 8-bit. It's like it's not NES though. Like
No.
it's 8-bit, but it's not NES.
Well, that's like the Retro City Rampage.
Yeah, it's 8-bit style, but it's
but
not.
yeah.
It wouldn't.
Well, the guy actually ended up making it where the ROM it could
have run.
no the one that everyone plays isn't.
Right.
But he made a
But he
version
made a special version.
that will actually be able to go on a cart, and he's still trying to get it marketed out to put it on a cart.
And so that's cool. And like that's why I the games are hard as shit, but the Battle Kid games that came out recently,
Yeah.
a couple years ago, I love that shit. I love being able for people to go out there and like not just making a retro style game, and they're cool like on your Steam and all that. Like I just bought like 2 in the last week. One was like a sampler, like a bunch of games in one, and then there was another one with it was like 8-bit boy or 8-bit something like that. I haven't even played it yet, but I bought them on Steam.
All right, I'm back.
But anyway,
Get on the podcast,
they're cool
we're
and
gonna
all,
have
but I
that.
like it better when they develop for the actual system.
I'm
and
kicking
put
you
it
the
on.
fuck
Yeah,
off.
well, like ColecoVision has this big market right now where there's so many people making new cards for ColecoVision.
Yes, folks.
Did you ever
Even on our own
see the
podcast,
guy
we don't
who
talk about
ordered
gaming.
Pac-Man
We'll talk about
from
gaming.
Coleco?
Yeah.
And it looks like fucking perfect.
Well, then,
Yeah.
well, we went into. Oh, hey, look at this guy.
You can even look at
This guy moved all the way from
Pac-Man
California. His name is
It's way better.
Oh yeah. Well, that was like the
You guys
guy.
are recording now?
Yeah,
We've been recording.
Random stuff.
Oh.
yeah, we've been recording for a while.
Sorry, I had to get a car. I had to do a favor to get the
Well,
car.
then get your sexy
What
ass
kind of
over to one of
favor?
these microphones and
Good
start
kind of
chatting
favor.
with us.
All right, which one?
It doesn't matter which one's
Which one's free? Well, I figured at this point we're going to end this one. Wait until Tony gets here, then do Sharknado with you guys. So we will have 2 podcasts recorded. So I have 2 episodes to upload rather than just 1.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I should
So,
probably 6-pack.
This is now the teaser for next week's episode, Snarknado.
Dun dun.
Next
So is that you were done? And it, like I thought we had other topics, or just skipping our other topics.
We were just shooting spit, man.
Are those Snarknado topics?
No.
Oh.